Hi, this is Matt Drance, Apple's Application Frameworks Evangelist. I'd like to introduce you to the Apple Push Notification Service, a new service included with iPhone OS 3.0 that lets you notify your users of new information, even while your app isn't running. iPhone applications can send and receive data over a network at will while they're running. Once the application quits, the process, along with its connection to the internet, is terminated. However, new information may become available while the app isn't running, and your server needs a way to deliver that information to the user. That's where the Apple Push Notification Service comes in. It's a networked service that maintains a single persistent connection with a user's iPhone, allowing you to notify your users of new information even while your app isn't running. Once the user is alerted to this new information, they have the option of launching your app, where a direct connection with your server can be reestablished. This service easily scales to any number of third-party servers. iPhone OS 3.0 maintains a single persistent connection for communication with the Apple Push Notification Service. Any number of third-party servers can connect with the service and deliver notifications to their users. This centralized model preserves battery life and maximizes performance. In order for your apps to take advantage of the Apple Push Notification Service, you're going to need a few things. First, you'll need a server. This seems obvious, but it's important to understand that notifications are from an external server to our service, and then through to the target device. You'll also need a certificate for your server. This establishes your identity with the service and automatically identifies the application you wish to send notifications for. This means you'll need a certificate for each application. If you develop multiple apps, you'll need multiple certificates. Finally, you'll need a new provisioning profile that entitles your iPhone app to connect with the service. You obtain your certificates and new profiles from the iPhone Developer Program portal. Once you've got everything you need, you can start using the service. This involves 4 simple steps. First, your iPhone app needs to register with the Apple Push Notification Service. This tells the service that a copy of your app on a specific device is ready to receive notifications. The code to do this is very simple. Just call the new Register for Remote Notifications method on UI application after your app launches. Your application delegate will receive a callback containing a piece of data called a device token. This device token uniquely identifies the current device to the Apple Push Notification Service. It looks similar to the device identifier, but it is not the same thing, so be sure to not confuse the two. If you don't have the token in memory, you should call the registration API again. There is no detriment to calling it repeatedly. Do not store the device token in preferences or documents between launches. Always obtain it from the system. Once your app has a device token, report it back to your server. Your server will need to keep track of this token and associate it with the user you want to send notifications to. This token tells the Apple Push Notification Service which device to target. Once your server has a token identifying the target device and a certificate specifying the target application, you can open a connection to the service and begin sending notifications. The Apple Push Notification Service uses a basic, secure binary protocol for sending lightweight notifications. This binary protocol allows you to batch multiple notifications together, enabling very high throughput to any number of devices. You establish a secure connection using the server certificate you obtained from the iPhone Developer Program portal. Multiple connections per topic, or iPhone application, are allowed. Let's look at the contents of a notification message. The message payload is built using standard JSON, with special keys representing various notification features. Payloads are limited to 256 bytes. This illustrates that these are lightweight notifications. The Apple Push Notification Service is not a mechanism for delivering heavyweight or critical data. The APS dictionary contains all of the essential notification data. This dictionary is defined by Apple and contains a number of keys: a message to display in the SMS-style alert dialog, a numeric badge that will appear on your app's home screen icon, and a custom sound to play when the notification arrives. This is the name of a pre-existing file inside your app bundle. You can also request the default notification sound on the user's device. All of these details are optional. You can send a notification containing one or more of them. If you've got room left in the payload you've constructed, the service allows inclusion of your own custom information. You can supply an arbitrary dictionary alongside the APS dictionary that will be passed to your app, but only if the user launched your app by tapping the View button. If the user taps the Close button, or you don't supply an alert key, this data will not be delivered to your app. Remember that you must keep the entire payload, including the required APS dictionary, under 256 bytes. So be sure to strip white space from your notifications to save room. Once the Apple Push Notification Service receives a notification from your server, it delivers it to the app specified by your certificate on the device identified by the accompanying device token. What happens next depends on your application's current state. If your app isn't running, iPhone OS handles the notification by displaying a badge and alert dialog and playing a sound, if those were specified in the notification payload. If an alert is shown, the user has an opportunity to launch your app by tapping the View button. If that happens, the notification payload is delivered to your app as an NS dictionary inside the new application launch options. If your app is running when the notification arrives, the notification payload is delivered directly to your app as an NS dictionary through a new UI application delegate method. The badge, alert, and sound are not used. We assume you know what to do with your own notifications. Note that these are two separate points of entry based on the running state of your app, so make sure your handling logic is consistent between both. This has been a brief tour of how the Apple Push Notification Service works and how you use it. It's an easy, elegant, and powerful system that will keep your users more informed than ever. As you get ready to use the Apple Push Notification Service, take some time to prepare a server system that will integrate nicely with the service. Think long and hard about what kind of scenarios you think warrant notifications, but be careful about overloading the user with alerts. Choose good, unique, branded sounds to bundle inside your application that you can use with your notifications. Be sure to give them small file names to minimize the size of your notification payloads. Finally, read the documentation included with the iPhone OS 3.0 SDK to learn more about every aspect of the Apple Push Notification Service. Download the iPhone 3.0 SDK from developer.apple.com/iPhone and check out all the documentation and sample code included with the SDK on the website or in Xcode. And be sure to visit the developer forums at devforums.apple.com, where you can share your questions and ideas with other iPhone developers.